my gosh, I love that intro. It was even better the 80th time we've seen it.
Right. Yeah.
It just gets better with time.
It does.
Welcome to another edition of the Weekly Galaxy. We're here again Thursday, 6:30 p.m. every Thursday.
Boosh.
There we are. I've got
Who came up?
got my esteemed colleague next to me here, Ramon. You can see his name there on the screen. Of course, we've got me, Tom. I'm here. Across from me, we have Glenn. He's a returning guest. I have Glenn and Kevin's names switched on the stream here, so just remember that it's switched. So we got Glenn here. We have a new guest, Kevin Knight. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kevin's a programmer here at Iron Galaxy Studios, and we're going to check out his game today.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So how did you get started here at Iron Galaxy?
So I came to Chicago to go to DePaul, and then I pretty much figured I'd go straight back to California after that point. I got dumped at the very end of
Wow.
senior
We're getting
year.
personal here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And I was just like, oh, man, I have to get out of Chicago. I can't, have her just down the
Sure.
street the entire time. So then I applied basically to every single company I could think of, and Iron Galaxy got back to me because I had actually brought, one of my student projects here to show it off to some people and get some, feedback. Iron Galaxy got back to me. Started an internship, and then before my internship even ended, they offered me full-time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been here.
So internships
since
can lead to a full-time career.
They can.
You heard it here.
actually.
It could be you guys.
Yeah, you be the next intern to apply to Iron Galaxy Chicago.
Yes, exactly.
Or Orlando, I guess, but
Did I interview you? Did we do the full round of interviews with you?
I was here for 6 hours, so
Yeah, we must have.
I did that full gambit.
Yeah, because back then we were only 13 people.
I think 20 maybe.
Were we
'Cause,
that many?
I think we technically had all of the people in Iron Galaxy Orlando already. They were just about to be all hired full time.
That can't be true. Really?
I've been here 3 years.
3 years.
I was here before you.
I think Glenn's mic isn't.
Oh, jeez.
There we go.
Try saying something less.
Something.
Yeah.
Glenn's here.
And his mic's also away from
So
his
you've
face.
been here for 3 years, and in your spare time, as I understand it, you are developing a game.
Yes. So I don't know how many people know what BitBash is,
Yeah.
but it's a local Chicago kind of alt/indie/ something or other game festival. And one of my good friends, his brother, had a game, Omnibus, which is
Sure.
on Steam, and I think they did a PS4 release too.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed Omnibus at one of the BitBashes, and he turns to me and he goes, okay, so next year we have to get into BitBash with the game.
There you go.
All right, sure, let's do it. What are you going to pitch me?
Wait. He pitched you or you pitched him?
He pitched me.
All right.
I had a bunch of weird. I have a bunch of one-off.
Hollywood Night.
Yeah,
All right.
Woof.
I had a bunch of one-off prototypes sitting on my hard drive at home, but I didn't do anything with them because I have a very little bit of art skill, so I can get it with crappy sprites.
Sure.
But I never got anything off the ground. And it's oh, why am I working on this?
Mhm.
And then he had someone that was willing to work with us who's an artist, very, very, very good artist. So he came onto the project and made it feel like a real game. It's oh, okay, I can keep working on this. This feels nice.
So how long has this game been in development then?
Active development, I would say probably about a little under a year.
Cool.
That's nights and weekends stuff.
Yeah.
So our artist he just bought a house. The designer producer, kind of the guy that pitched the game and has been the spearhead of it, he's getting married, and I've been playing way too much Overwatch. So
Sure.
development, it has its peaks and then its fall offs.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I'm on Overwatch a lot, and you're on there a lot. I see you on there a lot.
Yep.
So. There we go.
My season ranking is down 400 points from where it started.
Yes.
Wait, was that my fault from the other night?
Mine as well.
Partially. We did okay.
I did
partially.
great. I mean, I felt like I was carrying you guys.
Good
He was
question.
ranking up.
Good question from the chat. We did. Yes, this is a new developer.
I don't know.
here at
I don't
Iron
know. I
Galaxy.
don't know if Chicken's mic's up. Try again.
Is- There we go. Yeah, he's here. So yeah, we're gonna dive into Kevin's game and talk a little bit more about his development process. And if you have any questions about the game or about being a programmer at Iron Galaxy Studios, any advice you want, feel free to drop that in the chat. And we are giving away a couple of dive kit codes today.
Yes.
Twitch exclusive. So if you just take the Twitch link, our Twitch link, twitch.tv/Iron Galaxy, tweet it out. Gotta have a Twitter for this contest. Tweet out that link and, say, like, come watch the stream or whatever. I'll pick out a couple people.
Are you going to put a hashtag to it so you can find it easy?
I'll just search for... I can find who tweeted the link out.
Okay.
I have my ways.
All right.
So tweet it out. Tweet out the link to our Twitch stream, and I'll pick out a couple people after this and hook you up with some dive kit codes. So
What if
there we go.
you don't have a Twitter account, but you have a Vine account?
Too soon. Wow. Too soon. Wow.
You just-
Wow.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace, Vine, the only social media platform I was decent at. All right. Moving along. So, yeah, this is Real Winners. Real Winners game.
Real Winners Victory Ball is what we ended up calling it.
Real Winners Victory Ball.
It was a riff off of that like Real Winners Don't Do Drugs thing.
Okay.
That was the
Yeah.
initial splash screen that we had. And then we realized Real Winners is basically completely ungoogleable. So we added Victory Ball in the hopes that maybe when we are done with this one day that someone can actually find this.
There you go.
I'm going to ask a silly question.
Go for it.
Is there sound during this screen?
This screen, no.
There's no sound during this
That's
screen.
why I couldn't find sound.
This is we're the sound for this screen. Yeah, so this is a game still in development, obviously.
Yes.
So there's we have a mode that's working right now that's perfect for this stream, but just keep that in mind as we're streaming.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a game that's still being made. There wasn't even a category on Twitch for us to fill in when it asked what game we were playing today.
Games
Yeah.
and demos today.
Yeah.
This is the first time Real Winners has been on Twitch.
There we
despite-
go.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Exclusive.
I don't.
Worldwide, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, worldwide exclusive.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
Ground
well,
floor right here.
Awesome.
Let's dive right into it.
It says me.
All right. So, rule of game development means this is going to be where the first giant bug happens.
Okay, perfect. I'm going red.
I'll go.
I'm definitely going red.
all right.
All right, we got me and Ramon red. Here we go.
I like. Oh, Glenn's punker. All right, I'm naked.
You're naked.
Yeah, they got little names. Yeah, you are punker, which is my favorite.
Oh, really?
Drink them if you got them. Oh, good music. Here we go.
This is off of Newgrounds. So we don't have a sound designer or developer at all. So we are just kind of doing it by the seat of our pants, and we pull some stuff off Newgrounds because there's some very talented artists up there, and it's free to use non-commercially.
All right,
So I'm
explain
guessing
to
we're trying to get into this.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Well.
explain to us what's going on in this game.
So that pumpkin is the ball,
Okay.
and you want to get. If you're blue, you want to get that into the red goal, and if you're red, you want to get it into the blue goal.
Is
Got
the,
it.
is the goal to circle?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you'll see on the
Oh,
bottom we have
wow.
little pedestals that have different rules. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to be a geometric ball, which doesn't change a whole lot. It definitely changes how you're able to kick it.
How do you kick?
Just run into
so
it.
A is jump.
Yes. A is jump.
B's dash.
Yep.
All right.
You can do an air dash to get real far.
Nice.
Sure.
So what would you say are some of the bigger inspirations when you're designing this game? Like, what sort of games have you played that sort of played a role in this?
We definitely want it to feel a lot like a Nintendo game, if at all possible.
Sure.
That's kind of been our big, especially like UI goal. Nice.
Oh.
In terms of like actual gameplay, the original pitch of this. Did you guys ever read Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah.
So the original pitch was Calvin Ball in a video game form.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Calvin Ball in video game form. I like it.
So the original idea that we had for this was that, right off the bat, you guys got caught sleeping.
There we go.
The idea is that the rules can change kind of at any time because there are a bunch of soccer-playing robots, and robots aren't particularly good at soccer or necessarily understand the core tenements of it. So they just kind of make things up on the fly.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Just knock you into
But I
the
blew up. Oh, there's
saw.
a fan up there.
So
I get
when I
it.
pick up these things on the ground, do I need to activate them in any way? Or
You can activate them at any time by pressing Y.
got it. I'm activating something.
Oh gosh.
Where'd the ball go?
Oh,
Golf
crap.
rules.
Golf.
What are
So-
those?
Golf rules means that you're technically winning now. This is actually one of the ones that we're that's on the cutting block. We're not sure if we want to keep this one.
This one's amazing. What are you talking about?
The art's really good, but people don't like. People had a so we've taken this game to PAX, and as I was saying earlier, we took it to a Bit Bash.
Yeah.
And this is one of the rules that's really hard for people to understand.
What to do?
Yeah, they're
So-
like,
so-
oh, it's golf rules, which I thought kind of was made it very clear. We added all the art.
So we should stop hitting the ball is what you're saying.
You should stop hitting it into ours, and we should we can sack on our own goal. So we want to not hit it into their goal. We want to hit it to our goal.
Gotcha. So
Because then we
wanna-
give you guys a point, and then whoever is
If you change rules, then we're losing. Right?
yep,
Okay.
which is one of the risks of it.
So you kind of want to post it until
Ooh.
somebody can change a rule.
Get in there, Ramon.
Yes,
Wait, so I want it in my golf ball? Is that what's happening?
yes, you want it in your own goal, because then that'll give us points. Oh, but you guys already won.
All right.
Woo!
We're
Red
the best.
bodies.
We're the best.
Wow, that was amazing.
Wait.
We just bodied them.
There is sound effects. Sounds like the music may have died.
Yeah, I think the music stopped.
The
maybe
music
just
did
in
die.
the middle of the.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we can.
Next stage, you'll probably get it back. There is sound effects. I'll try and raise the volume. If the music's a lot louder than the sound effects.
Yes, as I said, we were kind of in need of a
There we go.
sound designer.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you're like, "Wow, I'm godlike at sound designing. I need to hit up Pizza
Yes,
Curse Studios and get on this."
Yes.
please.
go.
It's K-Night.com. I hope so. Is it?
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't have a website.
Do you at least
like
have that
though.
website?
Here's some
I
music.
do not have that website.
Let's do it.
So if you're just joining us, we're playing Real Winners Victory Ball, and that's Kevin's game right here.
Oh,
It's
man,
on the
Kevin's
stream
just
with
killing
us in the red pants. Can't miss him.
I wore these red pants specifically to be noticed.
Perfect. It's
So-
working.
Were you saying I lose power if I get points against me if I use my power?
Go, 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 go.
You do not have any points taken against you. That number on the bottom is
No! Got it!
nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Be careful around the.
The blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are deadly.
Oh.
No, 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 no.
Oh
no.
gosh.
What's happening?
Everyone's got a bomb on their head.
Where'd the... Oh, there go the ball.
Where's the ball? There it is.
So what are some of the
Ooh.
the challenges that have come up with this game that you didn't like? Obviously, going into a game, you probably know of some challenges are going to come up. But is there anything that you didn't really foresee happening during the development of this?
I did not foresee. So
Go in.
again, like I was saying earlier,
Oh,
golf
well.
rules was one that was difficult for people to understand.
Yeah.
We kind of had the idea like, oh yeah, it's going to be just like Calvin Ball. It's going to be all these crazy rules changing all the time, and that hecticness is going to be what makes it so much fun. And in the end, it's kind of that hectic. Oh gosh.
Big
Oh
ball.
boy.
Whoa, that's a big
I just own golded again.
Yup.
Correct. It's a fair
That's
assessment.
still a big ball.
Oh no.
Okay.
I need to stop dashing, I think.
There's a way that people are kicking me though. Are you just dashing into people?
Yes, if you dash into someone, you can knock them way farther away.
Get in there.
Ah.
Get out. Get out.
Where am I? Oh, I'm at the top.
Oh.
Oh, you're on top
Go,
of the
go,
ball.
go, go.
Yeah, you can kind of do like a run on the ball
Got it.
thing.
No.
Got it.
Nice.
Man, we are getting wrecked.
Those are some nice pants, Kevin.
Over the
Yes.
spikes.
Chad agrees.
Yes.
Wow. This is a really bad one for us, Ramon.
It is.
We need to get good.
Maybe let me press Y.
How about that?
We should press
That
Y.
should help.
Oh jeez.
shit.
All right, let's score. We're gonna win.
No.
We
Get
gotta
away
make
from
like
the
10
cup.
times. That's one.
Get away from the
Get in
cup.
there. Where am I?
I
Oh, I'm over
can't
there.
hit this ball.
I'm trying to play defense because that.
Yeah,
we go, there we
play
go.
D,
There's
play
one.
D.
There's one. We could easily get back into this, Ramon.
Eh?
Shit.
Spoke too soon. Okay, I got this one.
Oh,
Where's my horn?
Get this ball out of here.
So I think we were talking about this off stream, but I have to ask again
Go, go, go.
what
Oh.
with the air
what the
dash.
inspiration is behind your studio name, Pizza Curse Studios.
so I thought I was being really clever. We were just pitching. We had to have something to come up with for Bit Bash.
Yeah.
So I was trying to come up with something that was going to be clever. So initially I pitched Amigos with 3 eyes, because there was 3 of us.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this
Whoa.
continues.
Yeah.
So the power ups stay through till the end of the round. Is that what's going on?
Most of them. There
I
are
just-
certain
I
ones.
just changed
Oh,
it.
it's back, it's
I
back.
just changed it.
Oh, nice. There are certain ones that.
Oh, nice.
What's up with these triple scores?
Dang. The balls got small
us
and
out
then
of
we
that.
got wrecked.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Oh, I hit it too hard.
Oh. But
Wait, before I
that's the
invited
game.
Glenn on
Oops.
this stream, I forgot that he's godlike at Rocket League. What a mistake.
It is similar to
What am I doing?
It is similar.
Get the creator of it and the master of Rocket League on the same team, Ramon.
The master.
We
of
might have
Rocket League.
to.
Not the master.
No, that's not what I heard.
Yeah.
People did equate this to Rocket League quite a bit when I
Sure.
took it to PAX.
So, are you taking it to Bit Bash this weekend?
No, BitBash. So there's another, for people that don't know, there's another Chicago BitBash event. It's a smaller one, and it's very Halloween themed.
Oh, okay.
We had the Halloween map,
Yeah, you had the
and
pumpkin.
we were slated to be like maybe in it.
Mhm.
But that event it already had a bunch of stuff
Sure.
in it, and it's a smaller one.
Yeah,
so
this is a bit too precious for a scary event. you know?
yes,
It's
it's not
very
strictly
happy.
scary.
Yeah. So
This
did
is
you-
actually my first Bit Bash.
Really?
Wow,
Ever.
sweet.
Oh
Wow.
man, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit
I look
Bash is
forward.
great. So what are some of like the challenges of taking a game to an event like Bit Bash or a PAX? Like what sort of how did that go for you? Did it go as well as you were hoping or?
I'm getting very good at show floor fixes.
Okay.
Important
So-
when you're developing games like
Yes.
this. Yeah,
I guess it's worth noticing, or not.
No.
It's worth noting that I work in this game usually weeknights.
Sure.
So I like come home, open a beer or 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then start working on this. So there's inevitably far more bugs related
Yeah.
to in this game than I have in my day-to-day work. Hopefully,
That's
If
probably
I'm-
good. That's
if
a good
I'm
thing.
doing my job right, I don't have quite as many bugs to deal with as I do when
Mhm.
I come home and crack open this game. So there's always something like Bit Bash. Just the past one we were at, we were slated to be an 8-player game, and then I never got 8 controllers at one point plugged into my computer at home because I didn't have 8 controllers to do that with.
Yeah.
So we did the 8-player setup at Bit Bash, and the UI looked terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have to go back and account for this. So then we just dropped the player count to 6, and everything was fine from there.
Perfect.
PAX was interesting because that game we'd only been working on it for like 6 months at that point.
Sure.
So PAX was a lot of iteration on certain, like there were a couple of different rules that we had that didn't make a lot of sense. People didn't necessarily get the hang of. So it was a lot of like adding and removing different rules that we had in testing
Cool.
on the fly. So
There's a good question in the chat. You might not be the best to answer this, but you probably have some insight of what was the inspiration for the art style in the game.
the art style, I think I mentioned this earlier, is probably my favorite aspect about this game. Our artist is Jordan Cuffey, and he works for Synapse Games, which is literally right next door to us.
Really?
Like they share a wall, I think.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
not
me
know
neither.
that.
Here?
Yeah, so they're 1925, and we're 190. Well, I guess we should-
1901.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I was like, should I be giving out an address? It's just a
roll
number.
space.
It's just
available.
a number.
Oh, okay. So like, but like next door, like we don't share a wall with them, right? They're
No,
just
we
really
share a
close
wall
in.
with like that building
Yeah.
though. Like it's
Oh,
the
okay.
same building,
Cool.
but they have the big divider that runs across the back here. They're on the other side
So
of
when
that.
Kevin disappears for hours at a time
Right.
in the middle of the day, he's
Yup.
going to work on his game with his artist over there.
I do. I usually will meet at their office and do work there, and then I'll usually come over here on like Saturdays
There you go.
and just like do a couple other small tasks in the office here.
For our Galaxy, right?
I've
Oh,
switched over
boy.
and
Oh,
come over
boy.
here and worked on Iron Galaxy stuff on
Uh-huh.
Saturdays. But every once in a while, it's like I just need a quiet place to come
Yeah.
Sure.
work.
Yeah, no, the office is great for that.
Let's fire up another round and keep
Let's
talking.
do it.
So I think we cut you off as you were explaining the inspiration behind the art style for the game.
Oh yes, sorry. So Jordan is. I guess I can.
I'm
we
going
can switch the teams.
Kevin, go red. Kevin, go red.
All right, I'm red, and I'm punker.
I'm blue.
Oh, yep.
I'm blue. We got this.
Someone's got to press A.
Oh,
So Jordan's
I think it's creepy.
been the lead, like the art director, I believe, for Synapse for a little while now. And we've basically let him run completely hog wild. Like I said, Nintendo's very much the root inspiration for how we wanted this game to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Got,
That was you, right?
Nice shot.
got riggedy wrecked. Oh, jeez. 2 in a row. That's not going to happen. Get it out. So with the parameters of like kind of being cutesy and accessible for Nintendo, there's also kind of the so the Punkerbot looks pretty spiky and dangerous, and so the thing that we're
No!
nice trying to kind of fade into is we have this very elaborate backstory for how this all came to be, which is one of my favorite parts about this game, even if it's not really going to make it into the final cut, just because that's a lot of work. So these things are all supposed to be 50-foot tall, basically murder robots. What had happened is that humanity... So you guys know the helicarrier from Winter Soldier? Basically, humanity made one of those things to monitor and like keep the world safe. Classic AI story. It went completely rogue, and then so sport. It's kind of like commentary on sports in and of itself.
Sure.
Sports are kind of post-war. Like lacrosse was basically used as a substitute for war.
Oh, that was close.
So we wanted this to be kind of after the commissioner, as we call him, this giant warship has like solved war. They've won war forever.
Yeah.
They need something else to go do. So it just kind of goes back through like years and years of sports data and decides that this is the next thing it's going to win, and just runs these endless sports tournaments. So cutesy death murder robots is
And these
kind
guys
of
are 50 feet
the
tall.
inspiration. Yes. We're not sure if we want to do this still, / if we have time to do it. But we want like little humans to run around on the field, and you can just squash them.
Oh, shit.
That might be a little bit too morbid. All right, so let's take. Oh, jeez!
You
I
carried it
just
right into
ran
this.
straight in. Oh, jeez.
What's the thing on my back?
So that is a magnet. You can spin it around with the other joystick, and then use the trigger to activate it. If I can grab one.
Slow now.
Oh, yes, there's a gun. I'm taking the gun.
Okay, come on.
Oh, shit. I need to get a gun.
Oh, there's multiple.
Oh, there's the ball.
What are these? Oh, somebody's shooting me. I'm like, are these balls hitting me in the face? These are bullets.
Stop. Just score.
Oh,
God.
no.
Oh, that was
Score.
close.
You can also knock someone's stuff out of so that you can grab any sort of like ring item, you just pick it up and use it.
Big balls. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
Here we go.
Boy.
Oh,
Ugh, get
Nice.
out. Everyone.
score.
Try
Close
to,
up.
Oh, shit.
Try to adjust yourself for the humongous.
Yeah. It's really not easy with a Geo Ball
Got it.
too. Oh no.
So close.
Ah.
Guess
Wow.
we won.
Wow, Ramon's really good at this game. Who knew? Who could have expected
Shocker.
that?
It's all me.
Bounce you around.
So this is a special Halloween map skin?
Yes. So one of the things that I pushed for was very memorable maps. You guys, like everyone can basically has memorized all of the original Mario, like Mario Kart or Mario Party
Right.
style like environments and maps. I feel like something that I've either because I'm just old and have less room for it in my old relative to what I
Yeah,
was
you're
when I
probably like
was
the
like
youngest person at Iron Galaxy.
hopefully not if you
anymore.
count QA.
Okay.
I think there's probably someone in Orlando who's younger than me
Probably.
Sorry, not to sidetrack you.
too. We want memorable maps.
Yep.
So we're trying this mnemonic device where it's like Victory Venue, Poltergeist Pitch,
Okay.
Royal Romp, and they're all going to be very kind of gaudy's not the right word, but they're very like colorful aesthetics and they're very striking compared to one another.
Yeah.
In the hopes that even though they're basically all kind of the same thing, you're gonna they're gonna have
You'll remember certain elements of each one, and yeah.
Cool.
yeah. And there are going to be stuff like for Poltergeist Pitch, what we want to happen at some point that didn't make it into this build. So there's one of these bots that's called Nude. It's this dude right here.
Yeah.
So we want zombie-colored versions of him to like burst out of the ground and then chase the ball around. You can blow him up with a bat, or you can shoot him and he dies.
Gotcha.
Or you can like knock him into something and he'll blow up and go away. But that'll be like kind of a environmental hazard of this level, is that these guys keep popping out of the ground and chasing balls around.
Okay.
We've got like a fire and ice type level that we're gonna do. That's gonna have. It didn't also make it into this build. It was one of the things that we tossed out at PAX because it didn't make sense yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We've got like ice slicks and lava and a bunch of other kind of like surface modifiers that change how you're able to traverse and what the ball does on it. So there's like a deep grass one where the ball gets like a little stickier and doesn't roll as much.
Cool.
Not all of those made total sense for how the game plays out, but we're hoping to get a lot of that stuff in to just kind of variety and mix it up.
Have you guys done play testing outside of the PAX stuff, or?
We've done a little bit. It's something that we really need to be better about.
Sure. So mostly friends and family type thing.
Yeah. For those who aren't aware, I guess, regular playtesting is essential to getting a good feedback loop for a game and making sure it feels well and finding the bugs. And that's been something that I haven't been quite as good at facilitating. I'm hoping to do it more now that we're kind of like through the weeds of the last Bit Bash and everything.
Cool.
So I know that I'm planning on bringing it back to Iron Galaxy. Oh, I wonder why it's not.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
So you're talking about adding lots of features, adding lots of maps and skins. How, when you're designing a game like this, where limited time, limited budget, do you find yourself trying to do too much and having to cut out stuff that you might have otherwise wanted to leave in there, or?
Yes. There's invariably going to be something that we really wanted that's not going to make it. We part of the fun of doing this as a side project and not being kind of beholden to anyone when making it is that we can kind of indulge ourselves in these.
No.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Opposite day. We can indulge ourselves in these fantasies of and then we're going to have this great cutaway menu and it's going to be awesome, and then we're going to have all these different kinds of rules and we're going to have all this art, we're going to have hundreds of hats for your bots to wear.
Nice deflect.
The reality of that is most of that's probably not going to be able to make it in if we actually want to put this out at some point.
Oh, I'm one.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
I just got.
And so
How did you do
I
that?
ran into those little things and it just duplicated me.
You ran
was
into the
killing-
blade cutters and then made multiples
Yeah,
of you.
see?
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
Like 4 of me. 5.
Holy! All right, we just scored.
That was.
What?
I don't know what just happened.
New power up invented.
So if you're just
gonna get
if you're just
multiplied,
joining us
though.
on the stream, we're playing Kevin Knight. He's a programmer here at Iron Galaxy. We're playing his game, Real Winners Real Winners Victory Ball. Tough to say fast.
Also, almost impossible to Google.
There you go.
Yeah, that thing just multiplied.
So if you have any questions for
That's
Kevin
nuts.
or wondering about
Testing
developing
multiplication?
your own game, feel free to ask them.
If you ask me about how Glenn managed to reproduce himself,
I wanna
Hey, you
reproduce
gotta
myself.
go through that little laser over there. On the
Oh,
left
the
side of
laser?
screen.
I want a laser.
There's like a laser over there on the left side.
We're also giving away some dive kit codes tonight.
not
If you
working.
tweet
Oh,
out the
there's
link
fans over
to
there.
this stream, Twitch TV/Iron Galaxy.
oh crap!
I'm going to pick a few people out at the end of the stream and give away some dive kit codes, so pretty easy to enter in that
Oh.
contest.
Oh man.
All right, we got to score out the gate.
Uh,
Oh gosh, he
multiply
multiplied
myself.
himself.
Yeah, I'm still trying to multiply. It's not working.
You're just killing yourself.
Yeah.
Multiply.
That's funny.
It's funny. There is technically a mirror mode rule in here, but I didn't think I had it enabled.
Yeah.
That might have found its way in
Nice. I like it.
through killing yourself via
The
the
laser.
Go in.
laser.
Yeah.
Damn it.
All right, one more.
Man, we need to get a laser on our side.
Where's the timer on this?
It's little small, but it's
I see it. I
underneath.
see it. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We're at 43 seconds left.
Question in the chat. Is Kevin the guy that did Bari Bari Ball? No, that's
That's
another
Noah.
That is
another
Noah.
Iron Galaxy employee.
I wish I did Bari Bari
we have
Ball.
lots
I
of
also wish I
employees
did
that
Bari
are
Bari Ball.
working on passion
Off the
projects
wall.
in their free time.
Noah doesn't let me put online on Bari Bari Ball. He's afraid it's gonna make millions.
Yeah, Noah can't.
Oh.
Oh, he scored it at the last
Doesn't he know
minute.
you're the netcode god? I mean, what's
He
he
won't let me
thinking?
put it. He's like, nah, Ramon.
Ooh.
I can't. People are not ready.
People are not ready for it. So going back to sort of like getting your start in games, when did you decide that making video games was something you wanted to do, Kevin?
That's what you get for replicating. Now you've completely like used up all your models.
Come on, Ramon, I'm trying to have a conversation here.
I have
yes.
to say, so I played a lot of video games as a kid. A lot of video games.
It's a common thing, yeah.
Yeah, very common. I think my favorite story of how much I played video games was I got Knights of the Old Republic on the first Xbox. I played it for 8 hours straight. I didn't save a damn thing. And then the power went out. I went inside, I had a sandwich, I came back out, and I played 8 more hours till I got back to where I was,
Nice.
saving along the way. So I played a lot of video games. And my uncle,
Yeah, I mean, you were born around the time the N64 came out, I take it?
I had an NES first. I'm not that young. Um,
I like how you explained it first. You're like, I had an NES first.
So my uncle, he gave me this gift when I was like 13, 14, and looking back, it was absolutely commentary on how much I played video games, but he gave me this book called Game Programming for Teens.
Okay.
And I think it was his way of saying, like, you play so many video games, why don't you do something about it?
Yeah,
That's
that's a good gift.
Totally did. I took it up with, I had like my first laptop at that time, and I just went to town on it, made a bunch of like weird text games. And
Nice. Like Gang Wars?
Yes. My first game that I made was this little, I'd been like super into Lord of the Rings at the time, so I made this game that was technically Lord of the Rings, so they probably should sue me.
Wow.
But it was all with like little ASCII text that was running around the screen.
Cool.
Uh,
Can I play this game? Like, do you
oh,
still have
man,
this game?
I don't
Could
think
we
I have that
somehow-
game.
We'll do a 2-minute stream on it.
Yeah.
So what
That'd be
age would you
fun.
say is that you're making this game? This is probably like 13, 14.
Yes. 14, I started programming, and I did a lot of that stuff. And then I tried to teach myself C++ when I got tired of the engine that I was working in, which was like this thing called Blitz Basic, which is actually pretty good and it's still around, I think.
Wow.
It's made by some German guys, and they still have their website up. It hasn't. It literally has not changed. I went back the other day, and it hasn't changed since whenever the hell I was 14.
I guess probably like 2006.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I got tired of that. I tried teaching myself C++, and
Oh shit.
failed miserably. I was more of a tinkerer than I was an actual programmer at that point, and that still drives a lot of how I mess around with stuff today.
Yes, definitely.
And then I gave up on C++ and decided I was never going to program again. And I was going to become a game designer.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
There we go.
Big balls.
Oh, and Big Walls. Let's go.
Oh, jeez. Just got rocketed.
This is the mode for me. Here we go.
What does Team Destroyer do?
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. We got bombs.
No.
Oh, I'm frozen now. Yeah. Skate around on one leg.
Nice.
So after you felt initially discouraged with C++, what got you going again after that?
So I did animation. I did a bunch of Flash stuff. I found my Newgrounds page that I'm never showing anyone ever.
I have to go, guys.
For multiple reasons.
Is this like a live journal for like video game developers?
Newgrounds, I would call it kind of like a weird pit of people that learned Flash. So there's a lot of like Flash games and animations up there. Ugh. All right.
So it's sort of like where people were just doing little projects, uploading them.
It was not Zynga.
Yeah, it was not
Why
Zynga.
am I, like,
Oh.
I saw my.
Got Opposite Day on.
Oh yeah,
is that
someone
why
did
I'm
turn.
stuck? Oh,
Someone turned on
really?
opposite day.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? What does opposite day?
It reverses your controllers.
I'm like, why am I stuck in the corner?
So the other day, I randomly went to like my first Facebook post ever.
Oh.
Okay.
It was a Facebook post of why I'm quitting Zynga.
That's awesome. So that was probably 2005.
2005.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ah.
So So I guess during this time, you're probably like just starting high school, maybe a couple of years in. Are you already thinking about going to school for something like that, or did you even think that was possible? Or
I didn't quite realize it was possible. So I hated school for a lot of reasons. One, because math was in it.
And this is the career you chose.
Yeah,
I was
right?
gonna say I hated math too. I didn't go into programming.
That's my mom's favorite story.
There we go, tie it up.
So I didn't like school, and I didn't want anything to do with it. Oh, jeez, right out the gate.
Who's red with me?
Me.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's why we're losing. I didn't want anything to do with it, so I did a year at community college or junior college. I forget what it's called. Nice.
At the buzzer. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Do community
Tie.
college for a year out of high school.
Yeah, did that. I think there's some good things about community college, but man, that place scared me. I ran into some dudes like, yeah, I've been here like 7 years. Like, I have to get out of this place.
You can get stuck there.
So then I actually started looking at stuff, and I remember doing games back in the day. So I looked for all the game colleges that existed, and I found one in southern New Hampshire.
Okay.
I'm still not sure where New Hampshire is.
East. Somewhere
East
in the
somewhere. East,
Yeah.
and I think north, but I'm not entirely certain of that.
That might be Old Hampshire, though.
yeah.
Okay. Not
Maybe a little bit more
Yeah,
to the
there's an
west.
updated Hampshire.
Hampshire 2.0. There was one there was southern New Hampshire. There was something in Baltimore. So the one in southern New Hampshire that was run by a dude that was a philosophy doctorate. So like, okay, that guy doesn't know anything about games. There was one at Denver University, and Denver University has an amazing campus.
All right.
But that was run by a guy that didn't do games either, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is right for me. Funny story, we actually have someone another coworker down in Galaxy who did go to University of Denver.
Okay.
I think like slightly before me, and ended up doing really well for himself. So obviously I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, I think with any program, you get what you put into it, right? Like
Yes,
yeah.
that is very true. I was fortunate enough to find DePaul that had some old Midway coworkers. Ed Keenan was there, and he's
my
the
old
one.
boss.
Yeah, he's the one that I sat down with him, and he convinced me that I should come to DePaul. So
That's here in Chicago.
It is
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
And
Actually,
I did.
like right around the corner from here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one of their campuses.
They have a lot of. They have
Yeah.
3 campuses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. Ed's a super smart guy. I think when Midway kind of went under and said he was going to Paul, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that actually got me to even think about gaming. Because he came to UIC where I was going to school
He's very
to
convincing.
try and get.
Wait, so this same guy got both of you
Yes.
somewhat involved.
My
with making video
internship
games?
was thanks to Ed Keenan.
Wow.
and
My
Smart.
whole career was kind of thanks to Ed Keenan. It's Ed Keenan, and there was another professor, Charlie. And Charlie's the one who I came into DePaul. I was like, I'm going to be a game designer. I could totally do this without having to like go back to programming or anything. And then I aced one of my like intro programming courses that was a requirement. And Charlie's like, hey, if you're not bad at this, you should think about
Good shot.
doing like switching your major. So it's going to be a heck of a lot easier if you have an actual like not that design isn't an actual skill, but it's not something that you can necessarily pick up in a school setting by yourself. Like you have to make a lot of these games, and in order to do that, you have to be able to have either someone that knows this stuff or you can do some programming or scripting. This is before Unity and such really took off. So that was harder to do unless you actually had programming. This is around the cusp of when it started becoming popular, but you still need to know how to.
There
Ooh,
we
nice.
I'd also like to have Street Fighter Third Strike on PS4. What's up? I love that game.
Good chat comment.
Excellent chat comment.
So how long is the DePaul program? How long
big
does it take
call.
to graduate? Is it like 4 years sort of
Don't
thing?
worry.
Yeah,
Ooh,
typically
wow.
4 years. I did it because I had some.
You did the undergrad there, right?
I did the undergrad.
So you had some community college credit.
Yeah, so I basically shaved a year off,
Okay.
a year and a half off actually with that.
Yeah.
Another one of our coworkers, Anna, she did the master's program there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because that's the big thing they have now, right, for game
yeah,
development.
The master's is very good.
Because you did your degree was a CS degree, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay.
Yeah, I remember when I first was looking
Eat
into
bombs.
doing
Oh shit.
programming. Gaming was not the thing I was thinking of, but I remember looking at some gaming schools and being completely terrified. And this was
Uh-oh.
back in the time when there wasn't. It was like DigiPen.
I
sale.
did it.
Oh,
Full sale, and that's
multiplied.
about
Oh,
it.
you multiplied yourself. Okay.
Oh shit!
There's the line. Gotta do it.
Whoa, those are tiny.
What are you shooting?
I can't.
Just bullets.
All
They
right.
bounced around for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I cannot replicate. I've tried.
I think
I think it's only player 2 can.
Only whoever activates it can do it.
Oh, I just
Nope,
did it. I
you
just
did it.
Oh, nice.
Multi bumper.
This is really selling me on bringing mirror mode back in. But I would like to do it intentionally.
Sure.
This is the Ed
Uh-oh,
Keenan
uh-oh,
appreciation.
uh-oh.
Shoot it till it.
Ed Keenan appreciation stream.
Yeah. Thanks, Ed.
Whoa.
So if you've joined us in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so, we're playing Kevin Knight's game. Kevin's a programmer here at Iron Galaxy, and this is a game he makes with a couple other guys called Real Winners Victory Ball. So if you have any
Whoops.
questions for Kevin about this game or about being a programmer in general or Iron Galaxy or any questions, you can feel free to drop them in the chat.
Blue wins.
Blue wins.
So did you have to, being an employee here, did you have to walk up to Dave and be like, "Hey, Dave, I know you own my soul, but can I do something on the side?"
I started without asking him, just because it was something that I ever planned on doing anything
Sure.
more with. It was just like we specifically set up with the goal of like this is going to be a Bit Bash only thing, and then there was no
Right.
plan
We're not
beyond
gonna,
that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I feel like when you start certain projects or things in your life, you don't always know that it's going to be
But
big
Dave owns
a
them.
big thing
Yeah.
moving forward.
Dave owns them unless he gives clearing otherwise.
No, I'm just saying in life you don't
That is
know
true.
you
I
don't
did
know
sign
whether
that
or not
contract.
a project is going to turn into something that you're actually going to do. Or
Yeah.
just messing around.
When I knew that we wanted to do something with it that was more than Bit Bash, I went to Dave and I was like, "Hey, I've been working on this thing for a little while. My cohorts, Maji and Jordan, we're in talks of what we want to do when we actually release this thing. Is it going to be free? Is we're going to charge a little bit for it? Like, it's probably going to go on itch and like GOG. Do we want to try to get it on Steam?
Yeah.
That's a lot of questions that I'm not willing to necessarily deal with at the moment, just because I'm still trying to get this thing done.
Sure.
So that stuff is where it's like, okay, I need to start talking to Dave about this to make sure that this is kosher. I don't want to like try to release something and like charge money for it
Sure.
or whatnot if Dave hasn't signed off on it. Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
gold!
nice.
nice.
Such skill. How did you come up with these text things that come up after every goal?
I was drunk.
Wrecked. There we go.
This is actually so these text things were kind of a stand-in. Like usually sports games are like, oh, here's the replay of the goal you just did, and that's spoiler alert. That's a lot of work to get something like that in. Ooh, nice hit. So I didn't want to do it for a little while, and I had those text
Oh shit! those
things pop
bumpers.
up in the middle of the time, in the time being, and that was kind of like my
shit,
stand-in.
I'm sorry.
Boom.
Hit that in. Hit that in.
Oh,
Got it.
What a goal!
Just little
Good
pop
angle.
there.
Yeah.
But when I took it to PAX, people loved that.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's
and it's-
funny.
Ball on the
Oh,
goal.
that's in.
oh,
I tried to
Oh,
block
gee.
it.
that was a weird pirouette we just did.
Go in. Go in.
Get out of there. Oh,
Aw.
Nice.
I gotta say, I do like the feature that when the ball is in the air, you have an idea of where it's coming down.
Yes,
I wish
that
that was a
was
feature in other games.
that was a Adam
Oh,
Hart
no.
special.
Okay.
I did one playtest here, and Adam's like, he gave me this laundry list of things that I needed, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go through these one by one, but like some of these like immediately had merit.
Oh, it's bigger.
Wait, who's
Oh.
Adam Hart again?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Traitor.
So that's a balloon ball. What we want to do is eventually that's going to be like a piñata type thing, and it gets bigger every time you hit it until it explodes.
Into multiple balls.
Oh, wow, that's
Like
a
a
better
piñata?
idea. Oh, my gosh.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm redoing this one. It just explodes in general, but I love the idea of it being multiple balls.
It's that simple, folks. If you have an idea, you just blurt it out right now, and Kevin might actually like it and put it in the game.
No, they're scoring all the balls.
We are too. Oh, no, we're not. Score more, Glenn.
I'm working on it. There's like 7 balls around our skull.
Oh, no, it's the Geo ball.
Oh! That's the thing that I want to work on improving is getting like air hits in. That's one of
Okay.
the things that I love about Rocket League. And there's, I think, a surprising amount of work that is involved in like tweaking the values of like what makes this actually feasible for me to jump into the air and hit this ball.
How do you
I'm gonna
shoot?
shoot you. Right trigger? Left
Oh,
trigger.
left
One of them
trigger's
throws
drop.
it. I'm also really bad with left and right.
Get in there, get
Spoiler
in there,
alert.
get in there.
Oh!
Oh,
It's tied up.
multi-ball.
Oh, I thought that was in.
It's the multi-ball.
It's multi-ball with... Oh!
So
tie
what?
game.
I
Tied
don't know if you
again.
mentioned this. What would you say has been like the hardest, like of what we're seeing right here, like the hardest part of like a feature or something that was tough to implement in this game?
I would say the game itself came very easily. I think I kind of did it backwards. Like, when you make a game professionally, shall you say, like there's a plan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a plan of attack, and you go forward, and you have an entire team working on this. This is just me going home, being like, all right, so I have like this many things on my to-do list. What am I going to tackle today? So the first like 4 months, it was just trying to prototype how the actual game felt.
Yeah.
And then I had to kind of backfill that and add in all of the regular features that every game has, like a pause menu, and like loading screens and player select and all this stuff that I had just like debug thrown in.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and unwind everything that I had done until that point and basically like hook it all back up so that it worked on a regular game flow, which sounds really boring, and frankly it was not like my favorite thing to do,
Sure.
but it was very important. Like there's a reason why you have a producer and you have like a TDD or just like some sort of document that's going to lay out how it's going to
Hold
work
on,
because
hold on. You guys even have a producer?
no.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow.
I mean, Majdi, like our designer sort of functions as a producer as
Sure.
well.
Get out
But
of here.
we try to keep ourselves accountable as best we can.
Sure.
Nice.
Goal.
But we do not have like an actual producer. It's just kind of like, hey, we should probably do something on Saturday.
Oh,
Oh,
I knocked you out and then I went right in.
Yep,
Whoops.
great shot.
Big balls. Oh,
No.
Geo balls.
Now big balls.
Oh shit.
Oh
Geo
jeez.
balls.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
didn't
Geo
have
balls.
a
You
chance.
doing
Sticky
anything,
fingers.
Glenn? I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm trying to.
Throwing
Wrecked.
shade.
Oh. Just got bodied on stream.
It's kind of hard to see myself.
That's one of the other things that we're trying to.
It's the gray stage.
yeah.
It's the same hue.
So that's one of the fun things that we encountered early on. This is like one of those things that we just haven't addressed for a
On
while.
top of the ball.
I saw that.
Is the fact that this is a very odd field of view, and this camera is pretty far away from the actual like action that's happening. To just get this like pseudo orthographic kind of feel to it, so that it's a little more standard. 'Cause top down didn't work. It's kind of like a Mario Strikers style thing, but we wanted the whole field in view. So the camera's super far away, and basically all of the lighting that we have that would help you like differentiate just kind of like fades out. And it was only an issue when we brought it to this level.
Yeah.
So our artist is like, "Whoops, we're gonna have to fix that at some point," and then we didn't.
Kevin, here's hey, Glenn and I can, and Tom can also talk about this. But for someone wanting to break into the industry, what are your guys' major tip to success?
I can go first, I guess, on this because I think we all are gonna have something very good to say about it, and something very different based on how we ended up here.
Mine will be very different.
Mine would be so I think part of the reason why I was even considered for an internship at Iron Galaxy was the fact that I think I mentioned this earlier. I can't remember if this is off camera or not. I brought in one of the student games to Iron Galaxy, and we tried working with the Kinect when you remember when Kinect was a thing, and everyone thought Kinect was going to be super cool, and I did too, and then everything happened.
Oh, it just like.
Oh jeez.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
No, they're all going there. Our goal. Get out of here. Wait, can I block that? Yes.
So I brought a Kinect game to Iron Galaxy and showed off with one of my friends and roommates now, David Lasky, all the work that we had done on it. So it was very.
Oh my goodness.
Someone at Iron Galaxy was aware that I had been doing a lot of extracurricular work and that I was really in games to be in games.
Yeah.
So my personal advice for getting in is make stuff. It doesn't you don't have to like. A lot of people harp on like, oh, you got to finish it and you got to like have something ready. Make stuff. There's so many tools available to you now. I got to figure out this pirouette issue. There's so many tools available to you now to get in and to make a game, to prototype a game, to get started and get your feet wet. And I taught myself most of what I knew for a while. I had to relearn it at some point in order to get like this job. My coding beforehand was not something that anyone would want to hire. But I taught myself, and the fact that I was making games constantly and I had a bunch already kind of like set up,
Sure.
even if they were just like little prototypes and like half games, was very helpful, I think, to getting my foot in the door and showing that like I was really here to make games, and that's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah. Nice. So from an artist perspective, Glenn, what are some tips that you would like to share of how to break in the game industry or how to get your foot in the door?
You just got to do the work.
Yeah.
For real, like it's all visual, so there is no, like it's very clear if you're good or not. They'll just look at your portfolio at a glance and be like, nah.
But you had because you started at QA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look, that one is something that I think a lot of people, like there's a lot of people that go through QA, but the amount of people that actually come out of QA into something else is a very small percentage.
Okay.
And the success stories are really great. Adam Boyce, right? Our CEO, he was in QA.
Nice.
You were in QA. Kurt,
Yep.
one of our lead designers here, came from QA.
Isaac.
So
Isaac.
whatever.
Ken was started in QA too.
Yeah, the point is that like there definitely are success stories, but there's even more of guys who did QA for a little while until they found something else or something like that. So what got you to make the move out of QA? Like, was QA always a temporary thing for you, or was it like, oh no, you're cool doing this, and art just kind of fell on your lap?
So this is another funny story.
All right.
Turn this mic low.
So I was at NetherRealm, and I had tested MK9. I had moved on to a few different companies. I came back to NetherRealm and tested Injustice. And a designer there was like,
That's a
yeah,
weird
so you know how to do art, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm an illustrator. He was like, I need some icons. How you feel about illustrating me some icons? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I'm down. I was
Sure.
like, he was like, yeah, you'll be working with the UI department. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't have a UI portfolio at all.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, we'll just whoop up something. I'm like, all right, cool. When do you want this stuff done? He was like, Monday. I was like, you do realize it's Friday, right? He's like, hey, man, welcome to the gaming industry. So I definitely stayed in the studio the entire weekend, and I created 4 pages of sketches,
Yeah.
2 pages of 60% done illustrations, and then one final page of full, completely done illustrations. And submitted it Monday, and definitely got an email back like 2 hours later. Had an interview, and we pretty much talked about everything but art in the interview. I guess it was just a sign of just to see how my personality was, if I would fit well with the team.
Yeah, you don't really need to talk about the art. It shows
It
itself.
was weird. And plus, I had already done QA there for a while, so
Right.
they
So they
knew
already
me.
knew you.
Next thing I know, the next day I'm in the UA department.
Yeah, and you
UI
did.
department.
And you did internship for them for a little while, right?
Yep, that was an internship.
Yeah.
Internships can lead to jobs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a great a piece of advice where you get an assignment, say do all of this UI stuff by Monday, and it's Friday,
Ooh.
and you might initially think like, I want to go do something else. I had a weekend plan. But if you really put in that effort and that time that weekend or however long it is in your scenario, if you put in the effort, if you really want to do it, good things will happen.
Yeah.
So I think that it's sometimes easier to, I don't know, do less work or something like that, or put it aside,
Oh,
thinking
no.
you can't complete it in time. But if you grind and get it done,
Yeah.
yeah,
With me, I didn't have the portfolio at all. Even what I showed them was not exactly what they needed, but
Yeah.
they saw the potential, they saw the talent. If they could just take that talent and cater it to what they needed, they knew they could do that.
yeah,
And yeah, that's what I mean when I say like you just got to put in the work.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's definitely a good piece of advice.
What
is
is
this?
happening? I think this laptop's finally showing its performance issues.
This is the great thing about games making stuff. Every once in a while, you're gonna find something that you've never seen before.
This is a Twitch exclusive.
Breaking the game.
Luckily, it's recording, so you'll always have this. You can
Yeah.
always
Oh,
see
yeah.
what led to this.
Can you just put this on YouTube and then just link me
This
to
is
this?
the review. This
Yeah.
is the review of the game.
That's
funny.
Every year when we do our performance reviews, just send me this clip.
That's pretty good.
no time out.
Oh.
Press resume. I want to see the.
So, Ramon, you've been in this industry for a long time.
Wow.
A while.
Wow.
So as someone who is a seasoned veteran and knows the ins and outs of the industry, what would you say are some of the major tips to getting your foot in the door, stuff like that?
So, mine's is a little different than most because I did not plan on being in games. I wanted to be a teacher. Believe it or not, I'd probably be terrible at it, but that's what I wanted to do. I was planning on getting a master's and then getting a doctorate and just be a professor at UIC or wherever they take me. And then I got that internship, and then like Glenn said, I just put in the time. Like I've never been like a truly book smart person, but I think very highly of my work ethic.
Good.
And that's kind of how I got to where I am. Everything I've learned on the job, and just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's a common theme with the three of you is just sort of, I mean, this is a common theme in all of workplaces, You're only going to get better and more advanced in the workplace if you're actually putting in the time. You're only going to get those opportunities if you're proving that you really want to do it. And so if you are someone that wants to get into it, like Kevin said, like Glenn said, and like Ramon said, just put in the time, do the stuff, make the games, have a portfolio, have good stuff to show off, and good stuff will come to you. And don't be afraid to start in QA because you could get an assignment one weekend and then you're working on the team.
Yeah.
So people used to ask me, how did I get into QA?
Yeah.
And that's another funny story.
How did you
Oh,
get
boy.
into QA?
So I actually got into QA by knowing somebody.
Okay.
But prior to that, I got a call from Volition prior to working at NetherRealm. I got a call from Volition, like, straight up, like, hey, can we interview you? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. But it was because I created a blog, and on that blog, I actually had a camera on a chair, and I recorded the screen of me playing games and finding bugs.
That's awesome.
In random games. And I would explain, like, exactly how I did the bug and, like, the repro steps.
Sure.
And that was my way of letting them know, like, hey, I got the talent to do this. I know it's like pretty much like home rigged,
So-
but
That's amazing. You
Yeah.
were OG streaming.
I'd hate to
Yeah.
put you on blast here, but I've gotten your bugs before, back from when you were QA, and I never got a sweet video. I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of upset now.
that's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun time actually, just creating those videos, and I felt like I was the unique one doing something different. It was called
Yeah, for sure.
testglenlatier.blogspot.com.
Is this still up?
It is still up.
Oh, man.
It is.
I
You
got
can
something
actually
to
go
say.
to it
Sorry,
now.
what was the URL again on that one?
Testglenlatier
There we go.
.blogspot.com.
There we go.
Dot what?
That I think it's Blogspot.
Blogspot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's still up. I don't know if the videos work, but God of War is in there.
All right.
Not infamous. Prototype is in there.
Oh,
Rock-
man.
Mod Nation Racers is in there. I mean,
So
whatever
early
I played,
360 era type thing.
PS3.
Sure.
All of it's PS3.
Yeah, I mean, any way you can show that you're knowledgeable about games and knowledgeable about the process that goes into this stuff, I think is
Wolverine,
valuable
X-Men,
stuff. Yeah.
Origins.
Detroit Sinatra looked at your blog
He
spot
looked at last
weekend.
week, so it's still up there.
It's still up there.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Take a look at it. Let us know what you guys think of it.
It's good stuff. I made it very clear what the bug was and how to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We should do a stream that is just old videos of Glenn reproducing bugs.
Oh, it's so good. We're gonna do a video of Glenn watching old videos of Glenn reproducing stuff.
It's like
gonna
that
be like,
whole.
it'll be like this the whole time. Like, oh,
No,
man.
you gotta like Shia LaBeouf it up.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go. That's his
Wait,
name.
what's that? What does that mean?
He
the
did his
actor.
he sat in a movie theater in New York
Oh,
and like
is that when he
watched
was-
all of his own
Yeah, yeah.
videos.
Oh, okay, I did see that.
That would be
I think he
hilarious.
fell asleep during the last two Transformers, which is like appropriate. That's the ones you want to fall asleep during.
A stream of Glenn watching all of his old videos would be a great stream.
Yes,
I'd watch it.
we should absolutely do that.
Yeah,
Well, I think that's a stream.
excellent.
What do you guys think?
Closing out on a bug.
Yeah, that
Really
was
good
What
game.
bug? That was
That was
the
how it's
pinata thing that
designed.
we were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just too many pinata balls. You can
Schwammerle
only do
Biff.
so many physics.
Well, that was good. I think you guys gave some good advice. And we really appreciate you coming on, Kevin, showing off
thanks,
your game.
Kevin.
It's
Yeah, thanks for having me.
awesome that you have a game that you've been working on for like a year and you're able to, show it on the stream and it worked.
Yeah, we'll
It
have
was
to have
good.
you
It
back
was
to
fun.
see the progress.
Yeah, I'd love to
yeah.
show you guys some of the modes that we've got cooking
Yeah.
up, and some of the new levels too.
So it might be too early, but I'm just curious. Have you guys thought about doing any form of like how can someone say, "Hey, I want to play test your game"? Like, is that
So we, for those of you who haven't heard of it, itch.io is a great distribution platform for games. So we have kind of like a private itch page going on, and that is receiving quasi regularly updates. I think we do that like once a month.
There's
we
like
upload a
very
new build.
important people that have access to that. Me being one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we update that like again once a month. We get a stable build going, and I can just kind of distribute keys as I want to. So if you hit me up on Twitter, I will most likely give you a
Yeah,
Steam
that's
key.
a good thing I wanted to bring up. So if someone wants to, follow you or follow the game, or what are some of like the places they can go for that?
So I think you have my Twitter
I
handle.
do have Kevin's personal handle up there, and then your game has is Real Winners Game.
Yeah, at Real Winners Game. Follow that if you want updates on the game. If you follow me, you're gonna get a lot of memes.
A lot of
Yeah, you
memes.
will.
If you like dank memes, definitely follow Kevin.
Yeah.
And you can look at his page from today if you want to see a lot of vines.
Yeah. R.I.P. Vine.
Yeah.
Pour one out.
Yeah, seriously. Too soon. Still too soon. And there's a website, right?
Yes, there is. I think it's www.realwinnersgame.com.
You think it is or it is?
I'm 99.9% certain that is the URL that we have chosen.
So that's probably the website. If you like going to websites,
if you
can
could
probably
get
find
to
that.
at Real Winners Game on Twitter, it has a link in the bio to the actual website that may or may not be at realwinnersgame.com.
Well, cool. Well, that's how you can find Kevin. And I think that's a show. So thanks again for coming on, Kevin.
Thanks for
Glenn,
joining us.
Thank you for coming on again. We really appreciate both of you guys sharing some wisdom and talking to the people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good teamwork.
Good job, guys. Ramon.
everyone, high five.
Ramon.
Just throw hands in there.
I'm always saying thank you to Ramon. I don't need to keep saying it. All right.
Thank you, Ramon.
Thank you, Ramon. So Chicken, what are some of your tips for breaking into the? All right, we get it. He has his own chair and everything. I love it.
all right?
All
Should we
right.
show them the new outro?
Yeah, we have a new outro. Put in a lot of work on this, so we hope you guys enjoy it.
All right.
Yeah. Peace.
And
Later, guys.
outro.
See you next week.
Detroit.